Good morning, evening, or afternoon to all of you beautiful people. Josh here, back to bring you some sweet voice-based content. So things in the voice acting world have been a little tumultuous, to say the very least. Look, if you've seen the happenings going on, then please, please, please send your love and support to all your fellow voice actors. If you haven't, then stay pure, at least just for a little bit longer. Don't immerse yourself in everything that's been happening. It's been a ride. So instead of talking about all the shitty things that have been happening that's making everybody sad, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite things. Inspiration! This video is kind of an unexpected and unintentional part 2 to one of the very first videos that I made on the channel. But specifically in this one, I want to talk about being inspired to create and where to find inspiration. So without any further ado, let's go! So I've talked before about the fact that inspirations come from a combination of factors and numerous places. Every piece of art or creative endeavor was inspired by something or someone. Sometimes a lot of things and a lot of ones. That didn't make sense, but you know what I mean. But where exactly do we get our inspiration to create? Me personally, I have 3 main places. The first and most obvious is the same field that you're looking to create in. You want to be inspired to animate? Go watch some animations! You want to be inspired to audition for some voice acting projects? Go and watch one of your favorite voice acting scenes. There's not a whole lot in the world that can get you inspired faster than watching the things that made you want to start creating in this particular field in the first place. For me, this is not just something I use for voice acting, but something I use for creating videos on this very channel. If I'm struggling for ideas or I'm not feeling very motivated, I'll watch channels that I really enjoy until an idea forms in my mind. It's surprising where the kind of inspiration for my videos can come from as well. Sometimes I'll get a completely cool voice acting idea, but it's come from a video about art. You don't always know where the inspiration's going to come from, you just gotta let it flow sometimes. The second place that I found inspires me is listening to other media that isn't the main thing that I'm focused on. Okay, listening to that back, it was really badly explained, but stay with me. Sometimes when we're so focused on getting to work on one particular thing, it can be really hard for us to focus on anything else. But sometimes when you can't get inspiration from the thing you're trying to work on, other elements like sound design, music, art style, camera angles can be inspiring within themselves. For me, when I'm writing or coming up with a D&D character or even just a concept for a future project, I'll listen to music in the same style or similar genre of what I'm trying to make. This can be massively helpful because suddenly the song that you're listening to becomes the theme song for a particular character you've created, or it becomes the background music for a scene that you've created. Music can really help you to visualize what you're trying to create, which in turn helps you create it. I know a lot of animators and writers use this tip, but for me this also really helps when I'm voice acting. If I'm really struggling to nail down how I want a character to sound or how I'm trying to deliver some lines, I'll listen to some music that I think would fit the scene and read my lines along with it. This really helps me to get into the scene and into the character, and it's a really cool and creative way to help nail down and really specify what you're trying to create. Now, the final place of inspiration, and weirdly enough, the actual inspiration for this whole video, is other creatives. Honest to God, my friends are genuinely some of the biggest inspirations behind my creations, especially on this channel. Watching my friends get invested in things that they are making, regardless if it's being made for themselves or for other people, is hugely inspiring to me. My friend Lou was in an absolute fucking brain rot not too long ago, working on loads of art and animation pieces for their D&D character. This passion inspired me to start working more on the backstory for Haldir, and also get to work on scripting the audio drama that's going to be coming out some point this year. Addigale Stewart has run some incredible lectures this year that have massively helped me to improve and got me hyped for creating and making bigger projects in the future. The passion and effort that Addigale has put into not only her own work, but the lectures themselves has been hugely inspiring for me. And of course, my good friend Lila knows that they've inspired me to create a huge amount over the past few months, in a ton of different ways. Not just in the videos that we've created on the channel, but some stuff behind the scenes as well. Lila has been hugely influential and inspirational for me. Look at what your peers are working on and let them inspire you. Let them be a driving force for your creative outlets. Hell, if you know them well enough, then talk to them, bounce ideas off each other. Talking with other creative minds can be hugely helpful in sparking that creative flame. Work with your peers and create something fucking cool. And And there we go! So that is some of the places that I get my inspiration from that may or may not help you get inspired too. I love the feeling of being inspired by something. It's genuinely addictive as it just makes me want to work hard and put my all into the things that I'm inspired to do. I fucking love making stuff. Like, so now I'm going to pass the question off to you lovely souls. What makes you inspired? What inspires you to create? Are there any major sources of inspiration that are super duper obvious and I didn't mention in today's video? Let me know in the comments down below and let's get inspired together. As always, if you did enjoy this video, then do leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more beautiful voice-based content. Keep your eyes out for my next video. I do upload every 2 weeks. But until next time, thanks a bunch for watching. Shout out to the people that I mentioned in this video. I will leave the links to their stuff in the description down below. And above all else, I hope you magical, wonderful souls all stay wonderful.